Hey, everybody, and welcome back to our Irish radio broadcast. Actually, I don't know. Am I on? Okay. So Julio is telling me, my engineer is telling me that he's not ready, or I'm not broadcasting live. But I'll just keep on talking to you. The reason for this, folks, again, is that my family and I are in quarantine. We had contact with somebody who actually turned out to be positive and does have COVID. However, I think that person probably contracted it when they were in another state. But regardless, we were told to. Yes, I do want to start my stream, Julio. Sorry, I've got to text my engineer. See, this is going to be how this goes. So this is going to be another hot mess again, but this is just how we roll, right? This is our style of broadcasting. This is how it is. Oh, I'm on the air. Thanks, Julio. I was a little behind on my messages. So we decided to go with YouTube Live, using that platform to help us stream the broadcast, because Facebook had a lag of like 20 seconds. If you watched last week, you'll recall that. So this week, as I was saying, I don't know if anybody heard, but as I was saying, we're still in quarantine. Our quarantine ends Sunday. The person that we were in contact with, we were waiting on the test results, and indeed does have COVID-19, and fortunately is doing fine and is isolated. But the doctor's office, they don't know when the virus was contracted. So anyway, we're trying to keep you safe. We're trying to keep ourselves safe, and not, if we did happen to have it, and if we had it, we'd know by now, but who knows? 14 days is the maximum number of days, they say, before the thing comes up. We wouldn't want to accidentally infect anybody. So please, folks, this is a big deal. This is a real thing, and I know everyone is tired of it, but please wear your masks. Wear your masks. It's not a big deal. I know it's summertime, and I know it's about 1,000 degrees outside, especially this weekend, but it's so critical to keep each other healthy. We see those numbers crawling up. You know why they're crawling up? Because people are not wearing their masks. That's it. That's the only reason. Wear your masks. My goodness. And try to social distance, if you can. The mask wearing, I think, is the most important thing. If two people are wearing masks, it's highly unlikely that any kind of virus will get to either one of you. All right. So this morning, Julio has an interview I did with Maria Pappas. I was able to contact her during the week. You'll hear that. What I'm going to do while that thing's playing, I don't know. And my problem here is that I don't know, because I don't have a radio down here, and I have no way of listening to the show, so I don't actually know what's going on the air. So I'm just going to keep on talking, I guess. I'm good at that. So Maria Pappas will be on at 11:05. I think that interview lasts for about 7 minutes. Julio and I have been working together to get some music. I sent all kinds of music to him. So you can make a request and dedication, and you can comment here if you want to I can see that there's a live chat here on the side, but I've never used this before, so this is an adventure. Always stretching and doing things that are different. So good for your brain. Meg Buchanan is calling in at 11:30, and Breach Lee will be calling in too. So Breach, she really misses doing the show, of course. I really miss being in studio. It's so much easier. It doesn't take me 12 or 13 hours to do a show when I'm in studio. It only takes, 2. Anyway, so we're hoping that this is going to work out well, and there's virtually no lag, evidently. But Julio is going to go with the Maria Pappas interview at 11:05. I'm trying to keep an eye on my phone here because then we can see what's going on. So while the interview is going, if you want to, because I'll just shut up. While the interview is going, why don't you send me, you can send me questions or requests or whatever. You can go on the live chat thing on the YouTube. I put the link on the Facebook page, on my Facebook page, which is O'Connor Irish Radio Show. That is going to be difficult for me to check. We'll try. If you try to Facebook me, my chances are good I won't see it. Last week I found some stuff from last week later, and I found it. But anyway, so you can do that while the interview is playing. And I'm assuming the interview's playing now because it's 11:05. Julio said he'll keep me up to date with what's on the air. Thank you, Julio. He's so great. My God, what a great partner we have. We are so fortunate. We have such a wonderful engineer. And I was falling all over myself last night thanking him. And he said, I'm just doing my job. I'm like, no, you're doing more than your job. So thank you so much. And he's the one that figured out that we could stream live using using one of the platforms here. We could use that and stream it through the radio. So anyway, the Maria Pappas thing is 7 minutes long. Nobody's sending me any questions. I do have requests here. I'll have to wait till we come back on the air, on the radio air, to read them out because I'm sure people are listening for them. And I have an interview with Emma Hetherington coming up at, that interview was a COVID interview. I call it COVID, when we were all quarantined. And just like the one from Michael Landra last week, I think I did them both in the same week. Lovely lady. She called me from Ireland and has 5 kids of her own, written 11 books. She's just she's only in her early 40s. Anyway, very good author, entertaining to read. And she's also one of the hardest working people I think I've ever met. So is the Maria Pappas interview on the air, Julio? I assume it is. So I went through a lot of music last night, trying to load things up to. Oh, thanks, Trish. We're trying to keep you safe too. That's the idea. It's not just about us. It's about people out there in the general public. You don't know who you're going to interact with, and do you remember the old HIV commercials where they're like, you're interacting with one person, then that person, but that person has been with 2 people, and so on and so on. So I think the virus is sort of like that. Oh, oh yeah. So Trish, I can see Trish. I've got a little message head in my phone. I like your mask. Anyway, so we're 4 people are viewing this evidently. So I'm just waiting to come back on the air. Can we wish a happy birthday to our son? Sure. Oh dear God. All right, Trish. This is challenging me because of my contentious relationship with Facebook and the messaging app they have. Danny. Okay, I can do that. Whoop. I'll have to remember that, folks. Can you remind me? This is what happens off the air. Actually, in the studio, I'm surrounded by equipment. I'm always busy doing something else. I'm on the air. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you, Trish. I'm on the air. So I guess everybody heard Danny. Happy birthday from Maria's gone. Happy birthday from your mom and dad. Maria's gone. Thank you, Trish. All right, Julio. There is an interview there. I know there was a commercial there. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Maybe I didn't mark the files well enough. Anyway, there is an interview with Maria Pappas that Julio will find, I'm sure. And we had it was like a 7-minute chat. So he'll find it again eventually. But this is live radio, and this is the way it goes. And the whole point of it is that the Cook County Treasurer's Office has not only extended the date for your payment, but you can also claim overpayments for last 20 years. And if we hear from oh no, the interview dropped in only 2 minutes. How'd that happen? Oh no. Oh dear. So all right, so Maria Pappas. So here's the news on that. I don't know what happened with that and why it only played for 2 minutes. And hopefully the rest of the stuff I sent you, Julio, won't be like that. But anyway, the big news is that they are refunding people overpayment going back 20 years. So you can put in your PIN number. You go to the Cook County government website, and hopefully we'll hear the interview in the entirety. You go to the Cook County Treasurer's office, actually, and you can look up your property, and it has an entire history. So evidently there's like millions of dollars of overpayment. So she wants to get the word out to all of the public that you might have a refund coming and you're eligible for it. So if you overpaid, it's not gone. It's not like you pay the IRS and it's gone forever. No, you can actually get that money back. How do you like that? Thank you, Joe Murphy. So she also gave a telephone number, which, do I have it? I might actually have. If miracle, it might be a miracle that I have the number that she gave. I have a grocery list. Let's see, number. I believe that, yeah, here it is. So if you don't have access to the internet, you can actually call the office, regular business hours, Monday through Friday. And the telephone number is, I think it's 773. I could be wrong. I don't have the prefix written down for some reason. It's either 773 or 312, not sure, 443-5100. And you can call the office and they will help you. They can look it up for you manually and they will help you out. And if they're not there, because I guess nobody's in the office, obviously, the offices are still closed to the public and they're working remotely, they will get back to you. So if you just leave a message, you can get back to you. But the easiest and most efficient way, of course, is to go online and do it. Also, what did she say? Here's another huge thing. So say you were eligible for a discount, for a senior citizen discount. There's all kinds of, I think there's 4 or 5 different discounts you're eligible, you might be eligible for. So if you did not take those discounts, you can go back up to 4 years. Okay, so it's not, unfortunately, not 20 years, which I was like, oh, that would be great because I know that my parents definitely were not taking advantage of those discounts. But you can go back 4 years and you will be refunded that money. So, and each of those discounts is worth about $500. So that's pretty big, right? That's very big. So let's see, Julio, do you want to play some music? Sorry, a little precarious here. I've set up a little closet for myself. It's pretty much a closet in my basement. I insulated it. I got all kinds of, did Depression era insulation with cardboard and very, very, used what I had. So staple gun, cardboard. So we're trying to keep down the outside noise. I think it sounds okay. I don't have my headphones on. I hate my headphones. I have a very ambivalent relationship with my headphones too. Let's see. Nothing from Julio. So Julio, you can go ahead and play music. Anything that you'd like. Oh, wait. Actually, don't. No, don't play. Yes, do. No, do. Yes, no. All right. So again, Danny, happy birthday. And I had a list of people to, oh God, the print is so tiny, teeny tiny. All right, ready? This is from last week. All right. So again, this was in the Facebook Messenger and it was, I couldn't access it. I don't know why I have such a problem with that. Anyway, if you're able, please say happy birthday to Ann Lynch from her 4 daughters, 9 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. That came from Rosalie Perez. So Ann Lynch, happy birthday from your 4 daughters, 9 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Also, there was a request last week for a Mayo song in memory of Christina Huan, 92, from Irishtown, County Mayo, who was being buried. She was buried last Saturday. And the rest of the message cut off. She's the sister of Sheila. Oh no. Oh well. This is what happens. I can look. Let's see if I can find it on my. This is entertaining. Watching me look up things on my Facebook page. And thank you very much for the message, by the way. Let's see. All right. So Julio said he'd play the music that he. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, the music didn't work. Technical difficulties. Oh well. Hey, we're just trying this. This is just a new thing for us. This is just trying to be live on the air and trying to do what you all love, which is to be available to you and to be live. I don't like recording. You definitely lose something when recording. Of course, you definitely lose something if you are sitting alone in a room. Oh, go ahead and start the music anytime you want to, Julio. Go ahead. Go ahead. He said, tell me when to start. Start. And Mega's calling in at 11:30. Heavens. Okay. Lord. Let's see. Sorry about this, folks. This is not exactly entertaining, is it? I am hoping that good God, I hope that the whole Emma Hetherington interview, I hope that comes out okay and it doesn't get dropped, because that will be a problem. I'll just have to go get my children out of bed and say, come down here and talk. I'd be so popular. Although there's donuts. John got donuts today. He went through with the drive-thru and got donuts. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what I did with that. Ay. Ah. Sister of Sheila Holland and the late Nora McDermott. Okay, I'll make sure I get that fixed up. Oh. Okay. So we have a few more to do. Okay. Saying, so Julio's emailing me saying, when do you I'll do another set. I'll say, let me know when song ends and I'll do another set of requests, or I'll do them properly. Maybe that's what it is. All right. 17 minutes and 40 seconds in. Oh, we've got 10 people watching. Hello, 10 people, whoever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Why did I do that? Oh, there it is. Okay. So Julio will let me know when this song ends, and then we'll come back on. Time for coffee. Rainbow Dash. Oh no, my phone just did a half screen. See, look, this is what happens with my phone. Can you see it? Probably not. It's too bright. Half of the screen is gone now. Really annoying. Should have written all that down. This is a problem. Oh boy. All right, well, we're back, I guess, and I had the information in front of me, and then my unfortunately my screen on my phone keeps on fritzing out, and John keeps on telling me, just get a new phone. I should, but you get used to your own. Oh boy, you get used to a certain device, and you hate to try to learn a new one, just like this whole YouTube live thing, right? I can't see the messages that are being sent to me because my phone is fritzing out. Julio, send me an email, will you please? And I'll see what happens here. Can I check that while I'm on here? I guess I can. Look at that. All right, I have no idea what you guys can see, but I'm just happy I can check my email. All right, so, all right, here it is. So Anne Lynch, that we said happy birthday to her. Also a Mayo song in memory of Christina Huan, 92, from Irishtown, County Mayo. She was buried last Saturday. This is a message I missed. She is the sister of Sheila Holland and the late Nora McDermott. Also, Devin Eileen Curran made her first Holy Communion last week. And so congratulations and lots of love from Kimmy Curran, Kukula, and family. Well, happy days. Oh, I'm not on there yet. Okay. All right. So just let me know when I'm on the air. Oh, my phone's back. Jesus. This is the craziest thing ever. Okay. All right. I guess you could see me. I couldn't see you. Or I couldn't see myself, which is just fine. Maybe I should just do that. Just keep on looking at my email, and then I won't have to. It's very disconcerting to look at yourself on the. Okay, here it is. Oh, thank you, John Divine. The area code for the Cook County Treasurer is 312. So that number, if you can't log on to the website, is 312-443-5100. So call. I mean, what does it take? It just takes a second to see if you're owed any money. Why not, right? And if they don't answer, which they probably won't because they're not in office, but they're checking the messages constantly, 312-443-5100. But Maria Pappas was really strongly encouraging everybody, the web is actually just the most efficient way to do it, but they will get back to you. Okay. All right. Now, let's do it again. I'm going to I beg your pardon. I'm going to tell everybody what the emails, the names were that I missed. So it is, let me find it again. All right, saying it again. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, Lordy. Oh, here it is. All right, so I said happy birthday and lunch from her 4 daughters, 9 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. That request came last week and from Rosalie Perez. And the song in memory of Christina Huan, 92, from Irishtown, County Mayo. She was buried last Saturday. I'm so sorry I did not see this message. She is a sister of Sheila Holland and the late Nora McDermott, to give you a little context. Also, congratulations to Devin Eileen Curran on making her first Holy Communion. She made that last week. And that comes with lots of love from Kimmy Curran Kukula and family. And when I messaged them back and said, I'm so sorry I missed it, I'll do it next week, she said, oh, that's fine, because we wouldn't have been able to hear it anyway. So that was good. All right, I have, Julio, if you want to just go back to music, you can. I have Meg Buchanan will be calling in at about 11:30, so let's let the people listen to some music instead of just me just aimlessly talking. How about that? Oh, I still have to do some commercials too. We'll do that. All right. I've got 11 people watching. Hello. 28 minutes on. No, 23 minutes on here. All right. So Julio, if you want to just play music, just cue it up. It's very hard to do this remotely, honestly. But he's in studio. He's my right-hand man. He's in studio, is getting things played for me. I did try to send him all kinds of music, and I don't know if it went through or not, but he has some in studio. It might not be the Mayo songs or the song that you're requesting exactly, but he does have music. So great. He's got great taste in Irish music, and he will play it. How about that? So we're very grateful. So grateful for you, Julio. Oh my goodness. You're the best. All right. I got the thumbs up, so we must be playing music. So Meg Buchanan is calling in at 11:30. I have, look at this, what I have here. I have just a regular landline phone. And we are going to do, low tech, a speakerphone, and I'm going to put it next to my mic. That's how I do the interviews at home. That's what I had to do when we were in the pandemic and we couldn't go into the studio. That's what I was doing. So I had to kind of move it around the mic to avoid feedback and everything. It's kind of funny. Very basic. All right. Oh, hi, Kevin. Thank you. So Kevin Mine says, I don't know if you all can read this, but he says, if you get stuck, take your sock off and talk to a sock puppet. No socks, though. I'm wearing flip-flops today because it's 1,000 degrees out. Kevin, have you been outside? I haven't. I'm not going to be outside either in the yard. I'm not talking about in public. I'm talking about in the yard. He says, why don't you just call somebody and say hi to Julio or your mom? I could, but mom's sleeping. The kids are sleeping. I was going to actually recruit them to do some commercials. I thought that would be good, you know. And Mairead, my daughter Mairead, has a YouTube channel, which I probably should remind you all of. I don't know if you all will be interested. It's more geared towards 20-something-year-olds, but entertaining. I find it entertaining, but maybe that's just because, no, she's good. She's really good. She just did because we've been stuck in the house again, this time under real threat because we didn't know if we'd been exposed to it or not. She has been just creating all this content for her YouTube channel. She takes videos all the time. And so the last one she did was what to bring to college with you. She's a rising sophomore. So that always, of course, is useful. What to bring, the things that you forget that you wish and the things that you wish you had. And she did one, which I think is just so funny. And again, you know, they're my kids, so I'm constantly amused by them. But they did a baking at 2 a.m. video, Mairead, and she had Rory in it. Rory is in her videos quite frequently. It just cracks me up because she's just being her silly, goofy self and not, you know, it's so late that everybody, that Mairead and Rory they're just cracking themselves up. I mean, it's just amusing. I just find it funny. So this, I don't think this is amusing, but this is fine. Just let me know, Julio, when we're back. Oh, I'm so sad about Maria. Maybe I can put it online, the interview. Maybe I could do that. That might work. Maybe. But if it didn't go to Julio, is it going to go to you? We'll try. We can try. I can try to post it. How about that? I'll try and post it. If anybody's interested in listening to it, it's an audio. But she's awesome. She really is. She's really amazing. Very enthusiastic and loves the Irish community. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to ask and put another song. Oh, actually, how about this right now? We'll do a commercial. Da da da. Good God. You know, honest to God, you would think that today it was one of those days I just rolled into the studio and showed up. No, this program has taken like 14, 15 hours to put together and nothing's working, but hey, whatever. We're still on the air. Okay, so I'm back on there and I'd like to tell you about Jim McGing. He is a local personal injury attorney. It's getting, you know, because I have myself closed in a little closet, it's really getting warm in here. So people that are looking at me on the video feed, I'm starting to sweat. All right, but I'm in the basement and, you know, we're good. If you're looking for help because you've been injured in any kind of accident, don't call just anyone. Call one of your own. Former supervising judge James McGing. His parents hail from Termacady, County Mayo. He's a native Chicagoan, a graduate of St. Patrick's High School, and he's earned both his undergrad and legal degrees from DePaul. If you've been injured in a traffic accident, construction accident, or by medical negligence, call James McGing at 312-446-7963. Do you think your loved one has been injured due to a nursing home abuse or neglect? How horrifying that would be. God. James McGing will fight for you. As a judge, James McGing heard every workers' compensation case in Cook County, and in the jury section, he presided over medical negligence, construction injuries, on-site accidents, and more. There is no one more qualified to represent you or your loved one. Don't call a lawyer, call a judge. You need a legal eagle. Call James McGing today at 773-467-8000. Ha, caught that one. 773-467-8000. Okay. Oh boy, my nose is beginning to run. I meant to bring Kleenex down with me. Meg Buchanan will be calling in any second. John, if you're listening upstairs, which I don't think you are, but if you are, can you bring me some Kleenex, please? Anyway, you know, I was hoping there was a pause button on this thing, but there is not. Anyway, so Meg Buchanan is calling in any second. She'll be calling in. but we're going to keep on going until she calls in and tell you about, oh, there she is. See? I'm going to put you straight onto speaker. Is that Meg?
Can't you tell from your caller ID?
I didn't look at it.
I'm actually at the center. I do not have a landline, so I'm calling you from the office.
So Meg and I talked yesterday briefly, and I said, so if you call in tomorrow, if you could call in from a landline, that would be better. She said, sure, no problem. I said, thanks. She said, I'll just run back to the center. I said, what do you mean you're going to run back to the center? She said, well, I'll be in Oak Park because I'm going to be on the Hegarty show. But I'll run back to the center, which is about, what, a half an hour away?
No, I had time for another stop. It was not hectic at all. So
okay.
It
well,
was okay.
I appreciate that. So she did that for sound quality for you all. And I don't know, you probably, if you're on the video link, you can see me holding the phone up.
Oh my gosh, I'm on already?
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Meg Buchanan is on the air.
It's a good thing I didn't swear or anything.
Well, you wouldn't do that. And Meg was at one time involved in radio herself, so she knows how this goes. Anyway, Meg is the executive director of the Irish American Heritage Center, and I'm so happy to have you on, Meg. And there's been some shakeups. There's been some changes lately. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, the board of directors this year made the difficult decision to forego our annual election, which I think just about everybody knows now. It's been in the Irish American News, and we've put it on in our newsletter, etc., because they just couldn't figure out how to do on in-person voting safely
and have everybody involved, right?
And that's how so many of our members who are regular voters like to do it.
Right.
So in 2020, there will not be an in-person election. However, they did determine that there should be an election for the executive committee, which is president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. So as of Monday, we have a new executive committee. And some of you may already have received this information as well, but we have a new president. Her name is Nicole McDonough Tufel, and she has grown up at the center. Her grandparents were original members, and her father, Marty, has been on the board a couple of times, and her family, Marty is the chair, and her whole family works with Marty to put on the Heritage Center's St. Patrick's Festival every year, which is a huge undertaking and our biggest fundraiser of the year. So she's new to the board and the executive committee, but she is not new to the Irish American Heritage Center, and she's very enthusiastic, and we're all very excited to see what she brings to the job. We have a familiar name, but a new vice president, Tim Taylor, who is one of the chairs of the Irish American Hall of Fame.
And Tim also was doing a Windy City Live, the radio show.
Yeah, Windy City Irish Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been on the executive committee before, and he's been on the board. And a lot of people know Tim, so he brings good experience to the executive committee. Joanne Fergus, who's also a familiar name, has been the secretary for our board of directors, and she was reelected as secretary again for this term. And then we have a new treasurer, Tony McHale, who has been a member, but is new to board and to our executive committee. He brings a lot of good experience from other boards that he has been on, and he brings a lot of accounting experience to the job of treasurer. So it's a really good mix of experience and new people and new ideas, and this is a challenging time. So I think that we have a good team going into the rest of the year.
And I just wanted to clarify for our listeners, all of these positions are, of course, voluntary, right? They're all volunteer. Nobody gets paid for that.
100% voluntary.
So, and that's a lot of time that people are devoting to the Heritage Center.
Yes, particularly right now.
Trying to figure things out.
Yeah, so hours and hours and hours, and not just at higher level board activities either. You know, people are volunteering. Our gift shop is open, and it's open to the public every Saturday now. And it's board members and their families that are in here giving volunteer assistance to it. And the building committee volunteers are still in making sure that the building looks good and that everything is in good repair. There's our communications and fundraising are all board member volunteers now. So yeah, they're putting in a lot of time. Everybody is.
Let's revisit the gift shop. So the gift shop is open for walk-in. You can actually go into the gift shop now?
You can actually come into the gift shop, and what they are doing is they're setting up a lot of the sales in, if you're familiar with the center, in the foyer.
Yeah.
Right in front.
The big hallway there, yeah.
In the big hallway, and everything is done to make sure that people can shop comfortably and remain distant, and they're adhering to all the occupancy and sanitation rules as well. So they're taking care, and you can still call into the main number and hit extension 14, and they'll arrange to do your shopping and to bring your selections to the curb in front of the center too. So either way, however you feel comfortable, they're taking care of it.
Perfect. That's great news. And what about the rest of the center?
Well, in-person activities are light, but they are happening. The dance schools are coming back into the building. For instance, Trinity's here on a limited basis already. John O'Hara is going to start his classes up here again soon. On Saturday, not today, next Saturday, Trinity Irish Dancers and the Shannon Rovers, or part of the Shannon Rovers anyway, are going to put on a Facebook Live performance from our front stairs.
Oh, how fun. And let's talk about that, the performances that are happening via the internet, because the Irish American Heritage Center, the opening is a very difficult idea because it is a place where you generally rent out space and you have big events, and obviously right now it's just not safe to do so. There's no vaccine, and to have people social distancing and wearing masks all the time, it could be kind of uncomfortable to have like a dinner there.
Yeah, well, uncomfortable and not really legal.
Right.
Yet either. We can have there are some rooms here where we can have a fair number of people in, like 40. That's our big number right now. And we talk to people about that, but I think that people like the idea of being able to have events any place, not just the center.
Yeah.
When you start telling them that even if it's your private event, you still have to wear masks.
Right.
You know, that there's still an occupancy issue with the restrooms, that all the rooms are not that easy to get to because you can't fill the elevator anymore.
Right.
So there's a lot of question marks. We're going to do what we can to work them out. What I'd like to share with everyone is that a lot of our financial support comes from donations, and especially right now, it's been amazing, and from memberships, and for people who purchase bricks in our Walk of Names out front. But the other part of our financial picture is big events like Irish Fest and the Christmas Bazaar and the St. Patrick's Day festivities, and big rentals like weddings. And it is not likely that we will be able to do any of that for the rest of this year for sure. So when we talk about reopening the center, that is a big financial piece that we have to look at. But everybody should know that another task that the board has put themselves to is figuring out how we can put on events, smaller events, that will still keep our community close to the actual building. So keep an ave on our newsletter, on our Facebook page, and on our website, Irish-American.org for more information on that. Siobhan, it's just a very interesting, very difficult difficult time right now.
Listen, I'm with you 1,000%. I'm broadcasting from my basement, so I know all about it.
I know. But it's about a couple of things. It's about safety, and it's about playing the long game financially. But everybody, remember, we own this building, so we are in a lot better shape than a lot of people. And please don't worry. Just know that it's going to be a long, difficult process. But look at what's going on online. Kathy Kelly has Paints and Pints tomorrow virtually. You can go to the website, and there's still time for that. The teas are very popular tea series. Obviously, can't happen right now. But Thursday, we have a visit with Typhoid Mary, which is very successful right now. I have a lot of people signed up for that. And there's all of our Facebook Live events, like Saturday and like the Friday night, Fridays and the 5th. So we're trying to stay out in front of it and keep our cultural mission alive online.
I think you're doing a great job. And just to circle back, how do people sign up for the newsletter if they don't have, if they're not getting it yet? How do they sign up for that?
Well, you can do it by going to our website or email info, INFO, at irishahc.org, and I'll put you on the list.
And how is your membership? Is it growing right now, or is it just static?
Yeah, it actually has. Well, we've had, in the last year and a half, we've had a real surge in members. I think we're up to 1,600 member households now,
Wow.
which is over a 40% increase since the end of 2018. And membership has kept up through this crisis, for sure. As the person that opens all the emails and gets all the mail, I can tell you that people are staying current, and that's great. And obviously, being a member is another way that you can get our email blast. And also, it comes with a subscription to the Irish American News, so it's an easy way to stay in touch with what's going on.
And how much is the membership now, Meg? And I mean, a lot of people they just want to help out the Heritage Center. It's a very reasonable amount.
It is. An individual 1-year membership is $30, and a 1-year family membership is $50.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, it's not bad at all, and you can do that online as well. Or once again, you can send that email to info@irishahc.org, and we'll send you something if you prefer to do it by mail.
Right. I just had a question from a listener. They said, "Why aren't you using the parking lots?"
I'm assuming for the pub?
Correct.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for it. For one, we don't really have outdoor furniture, and it would not be very comfortable. And we also we do not own any tents. And when I discussed earlier about how we stretch our money into the infinite future until we can have big events, we need to work with what we have here. And I think it's a little hot to be on the parking lot. Now, we do have an outdoor event permit, and I am talking to some people about different events that we can put outside right now, including in the grass in front of the pub, which I think is shadier and more comfortable. But we are talking, I'm afraid to mention things that are in the works for fear that for some reason we'll go back a phase, or something will happen and they will not work out. But to the listener that asked that question, nothing is ruled out. It just isn't as easy as it sounds.
Well, it sounds like you can throw up a couple of picnic tables and call it a day, right? But there's more to it than that.
A little bit.
And
when the pub does open, when everybody determines that it's safe and wise to open the pub, we will have some outdoor seating for sure. Like I said, everything is on the table right now.
Right, exactly.
You do have to be careful.
Tell me about it. I know. And actually, I have to tell you, I was able to get a COVID antibody test. Thinking, maybe I had it. No. See, it's one of those weird things. Now you wish you had it. It's sort of like, chicken pox or measles or something. If you have it once, but Anyway, no immunity here. So none of us have immunity, and that's what makes this thing so dangerous. And if we keep on talking about it, we can't stop talking about it because it's still a major part of our lives. And of course, it is a major reason that it is the reason everything is shut down. And the Heritage Center is only partially open. And that would just be the gift shop on Saturdays. And then for lessons and things, right?
And hopefully
schools.
more things in the future.
Right.
We do appreciate that we need to figure out a way to welcome people back. We just need to figure out how to do it.
Well, responsibly. And
yes,
because
responsibly.
This whole thing is not going away, and it's so dangerous, and it's a killer. This virus is a killer.
This much later, since March, did you really think that we'd still be having this conversation?
Heck no.
In the middle of July.
Heck no. Because there were thoughts that maybe it would go away in the summer, would just be a seasonal flu. Yeah, obviously, we all know that that's not happening, even though some people are behaving like that, which really angers me. But that's not the case. Anyway, so Meg Buchanan, Executive Director of the Irish American Heritage Center, hang tough. We're all in it with you. And we know that the Heritage Center and the board, and congratulations to the new board, or my condolences, whatever needs to be expressed there, that they're doing their best to keep the Heritage Center relevant and vibrant and alive. Partially open. Gift shop is open Saturdays. You can actually go into the Heritage Center, of course, mask, social distancing, but you can go into the Heritage Center and pick up some things if you'd like, or curbside delivery is still available. What's it? 773-282-7035 extension 14. And they have a lot of virtual events online. So keeping things interesting, and those actor portrayed significant people in history are always just amazing. Those actors are amazing that do that.
And this is Leslie Goddard has actually been here before. She's an actress that has worked with us.
She's been around for a long time.
Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, excellent. All right, Meg. Well, I know you're busy, but thank you so much. And for more information on the Heritage Center, should they just go to the website? Should they call, or can they do both?
Go to the website. That's the easiest. But also, if you need a more immediate response, we're on that info at email all day.
Okay.
So you'll get a quicker response, I think, that way. If people are in a hurry or have a question that they don't want to wait too long for.
Okay.
And thank you always for everything, Siobhan.
Absolutely, Megan. Thank you for taking the time to call, and thank you for going back to work, so you have access to a landline.
It's okay. You know what? Now I can pick up my Galway Baker stuff, so it's okay.
There you go. Thanks a million. Bye now.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So that was Meg Buchanan. Breach Looney is going to call in any second now, so we're going to have another telephone call. Julio, the Angelus hopefully will ring at noon. And Julio, if you could find Julio, oh my goodness, Parting Glass. That would be fantastic, because I know that Bridget went to a funeral yesterday, and it will be very upset when she calls in, and would like to talk about and remember the person that passed away during the week. So, any questions for me, folks? If you have any questions for me, guess what? You can ask. I'm online. I'm on. I did put the link down in the Facebook page. Again, not a film person, a radio person. Oh, I think that's Bridget. Who is it? Let's see. Bridget, is that you?
Hey, Bridget, I'm with him in
Bridget, you're on the air. Bridget, oh, she hung up on me. Again, this is how things go, kind of in studio too. You're getting a little taste of how things go. You just have to keep on moving. So that's all right. So Bridget is going to be calling in again in a second. She had the right telephone number, but she hung up. I know she wants to talk about the person who passed during the week. And I don't know if anybody has sent me any kind of requests or messages or anything new. Thank you to John Devine for looking up the Cook County Treasurer number for me, because I wasn't sure what that is. Again, Maria Pappas, hopefully I'll have that interview available for you. I could maybe, I don't know, link it to put it up someplace. I guess maybe I could even put it up here. I don't know. It's all learning experience. The one good thing about this COVID thing is this contentious relationship with technology we have is beginning to smooth out, and you're beginning to really appreciate it, right? And so it's not just Googling information, it's also using it. Oh, I think that might be Bridget. Let's see. Bridget, is that you? Hi, Deirdre. Yeah, no, I don't hear her. Hi, Bridget. Hold on. I'm putting you on speaker. Oh, hold on. Listen, I'm going to put you on right now, so you'll be on live. Okay, we're on live right now, having a chat, but it's one-sided. So I'm going to put you on speaker so everyone can hear your lovely voice. All right, here we go. Welcome, Bridget.
Hi, Siobhan.
Good to hear from you. I miss you so much. I miss the studio.
Oh, I know, me too. But you know, Siobhan and her husband and kids left at 11 today, going back, and I miss them so much. But I'm so glad that my little Saoirse here with me. You know, when they left.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
They're so grown up already. But Siobhan would have loved to have gone around and visited her friends, but she's just too scared to do that. She wouldn't do it, you know.
Right. Well, she's California. She's a hotspot, so she's, being very careful about that.
They all have been tested and everything, so thank God everything is well.
Good.
You know, we had a very sad situation during the week. Our dear friend, Sally Smith, passed away. A beautiful lady, so involved in everything. You go to the Heritage Centre for any event and Sally would be there. Sally was a native of County Galway, Ireland, and loving and caring person. And she was always at the St. Patrick's Father's dances, the Shamrock American Club, and any event going on at the Heritage Centre. May she rest in peace. And another great lady just passed away, Peggy. Her name was Peggy Ruan from the South Side. She was Neil McGuire, and she was secretary of the Mayo Association in Chicago. Loving mother of Mary Ellen, Noreen, Michael, Kathleen, and Bridget and Anne. And she was a great lady, great helper at Gaelic Park, always a smile on her face, Siobhan. You know her, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know
her name was Peggy Ruan.
I know the name.
Also, Jack Roach, at the young age of 21, passed away. Son of John and Kim, and loving grandson of James and Joan Butler, and Nancy, and the late Michael. And also, he was in Marist. He went to Marist High School on the South Side, and also a Curtin student at the University of Kansas. May he rest in peace. Jim Lynch passed away, and also Noel Nyland, a native of County Clare, and a loving husband of Dimna McGuire, and a very fine, he was a young man actually, and he passed away also. So the Irish community always loses loved ones, Siobhan.
I know it's that was quite a list today. I really. I feel so terrible when there's like a long list, and it's
You know, there was a mass yesterday at St. Monica's, and there were so many of Sally Smith's friends there, but they had it set up in the church. I guess their church is open. Well, it was so like what's the word?
densely packed.
Anyway, they had special roping on the pews in the church.
Yeah, good.
And you were not next to
social
anybody.
distancing.
It was very, very well organized.
Good.
And then when you go up to communion, you sanitize right there again. And the mass was just beautiful, but the church was very, very organized and safe.
Good. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because
and I'd like a big shout out there to my friend Barbara Glenn and all the ones that I haven't seen, Mary Keelan and all the ones I haven't seen for a while. But I did see a lot of them there yesterday at the Mass. But you didn't talk to people yesterday. You just left.
Oh, they don't want people lingering. Well, that's,
Yeah, but you do miss not seeing your friends, Siobhan.
Well, I know. Well, that's, Bridget, that's why everybody is getting so careless, though. That's the problem. We're not going to have any friends to see if people don't wear their masks.
Now, even Siobhan's kids, her oldest son is going to be 18. I couldn't believe it. The one that's going to go to Boulder.
That's crazy.
When he went out and around, and Nora and Ronan, they wore their masks. They're very conscious of, the situation. But there again, they weren't going to pubs like Siobhan or Tim wasn't going to pubs or anything like that, you know. So
it's just about seeing family.
Everyone has to be careful, and if we're all careful, it's going to pass away like everything else.
Right.
Yes.
But everybody has to look out for each other, and that's what wearing a mask is. You're looking out for each other.
Each other, yes.
So it's not about you; it's about everybody else. So
Yeah, I enjoyed Meg's conversation. I'm glad the Heritage Center is going so well.
Yes, I know. It's so exciting to have the executive board.
The new people, but I'm glad they're doing a great job over there. And I miss not going to the gift shop because now you don't, go out. It's so sad. We live in an era that it scares to go out anywhere.
Well, it will be memorable, and we are experiencing history right now, and hopefully, in the near future, and maybe our kids or your grandkids will be telling their kids, "I remember when we could."
I remember when, yes.
Right.
220, I think, will go down in history.
I think 220 would be nice.
Reading back on it. Siobhan, great talking to you. Glad your family is well, and. A big hello out there to all my friends. And yesterday was the first day I was back in St. Monica since my dear friend Breach McWayne. And it brought back so many memories to me and so much sadness too.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of deaths today, so may they all rest in peace.
Right. Well, hopefully everyone will include a prayer for them in the Angelus, and maybe Julio, you'll find the parting glass, and maybe Galway Bay, because we had a couple of Galway people pass. That would be very helpful.
Right.
Well, Bridget, thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Siobhan.
We missed you. I missed you. I know our listeners miss you.
Too.
I'm glad we were able to at least work this out with this, old-fashioned tech, telephone.
We kind of forget how that works.
Right? All right. Well, I'm glad you had time with your family this week too. So that's
I
uplifting.
was sad when they left, but they're wonderful and they're happy, and that's all I care about.
And enjoy that little baby Saoirse.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Bye.
Bye. All right. So that was Bridget, and that's it for the telephone calls. Now, I don't think I have anything else. No more calls in. Our condolences indeed go out to all those who are burying people, who are memorializing them, we'll just try and put a positive way, celebrating their life. And the young man that passed, that's always so tragic. And I feel so bad for him, for the family, and for all of those connected to him, because that is especially tragic when a young life like that is cut short. But we will hopefully have the Angelus will be coming on here soon, so we would like you all to include the families of those who passed in your prayers, the families and the friends, because those are the people who are, of course, in pain. The ones that have gone on are no longer in pain. So hopefully Julio will be able to locate the Angelus, and we'll have some good music after that. And I have more commercials to do. And maybe, I wish I could pause this darn thing. I wish I could get up and go, grab Rory and say, come down here and do a commercial. But anyway, we'll see what we can do here. But we do have an interview also with Emma Hetherington, which was recorded earlier in April when we were all like in lockdown, and she called in from Ireland. She is a great Irish author, and she is very interesting and kind of talks about her process and everything. So that will be in the last bit of the program. It's a 33-minute interview. So I will sign off here this YouTube live thing at about 12:27 or so, give or take. And in the meantime, Julio is going to play some music. He'll play the Angelus, hopefully. And this hasn't just been exclusively a talk show, but I don't have a radio. I don't know how to work that out. That is still puzzling to me how to work that out. But if you see me look down, I'm looking at my phone. It's the only other computer I have here. This computer I'm using right now, I'm just using for the live stream so we can have a live radio broadcast. And hopefully the Angelus bells are ringing now. Yep, they are. So our tradition and the radio show, for those of you who don't know, is to ring the Angelus bells at noon. Those bells were actually recorded from the Balnadrine Cathedral in Roscommon. And my Auntie Una, is the one who thought to do that. So she recorded the bells for my dad on tape, on, cassette tape. And he transferred them to a cart, which was an old 8-track tape that he used a lot. That's what we used to use in the studio a lot. We had two cart players side by side. And he just have a lot of these individual tracks of artists, and the most efficient way for him, instead of putting the record on the turntable and finding the spot that you wanted to play, he would just transfer that to a cart. So the bells were transferred to a cart, and then the bells were transferred to a CD, and now they are digital, so they live on, and it's the same recording. It's just been reused and reused. So interesting. I don't know if we have, let me know when let me know when we're on the air. I'm going to tell them when we're back on the radio air. The cool thing about this YouTube live thing and the radio is that A, Julio figured this out, but B, there's zero lag time. Well, there's like a second lag time, where Facebook, I did a Facebook stream last week, which was a hot mess. And that was a 20-second delay. So very disconcerting. I wonder if I could get a radio and listen to the show without feedback. I don't know. Hopefully I won't have to do this again next week. Hopefully I'll be back in studio and you won't have to watch me talking, because this is not, I could do the sock puppet thing. That might be kind of interesting. I'm getting a little goofy now. I haven't had much sleep. I was up late last night trying to get the show, to finish up the show. I kept on running into technical difficulties, and guess what? The technical difficulties are still persisting. I thought I figured it out. No. Oh, well, that's okay. All right. For those 9 people that are tuned into the feed, say hi. Ask me a question, something. I don't know. I'm down here talking to myself. I'm in my basement in a little corner that I've cordoned off for myself. I've got cardboard, layers of cardboard up in the walls to absorb sound. I've got layers of cardboard on the floor and a carpet on the floor to absorb sound. I'm literally on a set of construction horses right now, and a plank put across them. So, it's fine. It works, right? I'll try not to get too close. Last week, I did 3 streams because I lost Wi-Fi connection. And so I started out on Facebook on my radio show page, and then I guess I panicked and I went to my regular page and tried to use my phone, and I was getting remarks later on, "You're too close. You're too close. All we see is your face." So maybe I am still too close. I don't know. All right. I'm getting a message from somebody. I know it's exciting watching me check my phone. So sorry. Cannot do anything about it, yeah. Oh, maybe that's a nope. Oh. All right. Well, John Smith actually sent me a message. So we'll talk about that when we're back on there. I love Hope. Oh, Jack, he's such a sweetheart. Jack Smith. Okay. I'll be back on the air in about a minute. And Jack, if you're watching this feed, okay. Julio's saying I'll be back on the air and I'll be back on live. Well, that's good. I do have to do some commercials too. So, let's see. what have I got here? So I still print things out because A, B, and C, it's easier to keep organized. I don't have to keep on going to different tabs. And I have the power of making notes on it also. I mean, you know, what can I say? Okay, I think I might be on now. I'm not sure. Am I on, Julio? I don't know. All right, so let's see. Oh. All right. All right. On this Friday, July 14th, will be the 105th commemoration of the sinking of the Eastland. There were 844 victims, which is more than the Chicago fire. So if that gives you any perspective. Many victims were Irish immigrants, including my Aunt Catherine Sheridan. And this comes from Jack Smith. He says, "Can you play Isle of Hope? And thank you for your great show." Thank you, Jack. Very, very kind of you. I don't know if we have it today. The music I sent Julio is not, for some reason, he wasn't able to take it off the email, but we can do it next week. But thank you for reminding us about the Eastland disaster. All right, and here's Gaelic Park. Gaelic Park hopes you are all taking care of yourself during the COVID-19 pandemic. We will all get through this together and be better and stronger than ever, and know how to hand sanitize and wash our hands and wear a mask and know all kinds of things we didn't think we'd ever need to know. Our patio dining is going very well at Gaelic Park. We are serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and we are adhering to the state regulations, which means masks must be worn inside the building and while you're walking around outside. So you have to wear the mask. Masks help stop the spread. I mean, how many times do we have to say it? We're all in this together. You can call to make reservations at 708-687-9323. The patio dining menu is on our website at www.chicagogaelicpark.com. Live entertainment is back at Gaelic Park on Friday and Saturday nights on the patio. This Friday is a week back at 7 p.m. and Jerry Hawhey at 8 p.m. on Saturday. Check out our website for further weekend entertainment. The curbside pickup is still available Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 3 to 7 for those who are still uncomfortable or unable to dine out during the pandemic, or say you just want to treat friends or family. You could just go pick it up, bring it over, be a hero. The menu for curbside pickup is also on the website at www.chicagogaelicpark.com. Click on the curbside pickup menu at the top of the homepage. Orders can be placed by calling 708-687-9323 and choosing option 2 to be connected with the Carrick. A staff member is available by phone or email daily from 9 to 5 to answer any questions regarding private events at Gaelic Park. We are adhering to social distancing to help keep our staff healthy and able to serve you better. Wishing our Chicagoland community a happy Phase 4 opening with good health, and hopefully things will get back to normal soon. And let's just, be real. If everybody doesn't start getting their acts together and putting their masks on and being responsible, we're going to be rolled back. It's going to happen. So just saying. Also, the Mail House has news for you in times like these. It is imperative to reach out and touch your loyal customers, clients, and members who have always been there. Do not underestimate the power of mailings to create and maintain those key connections. The U.S. postal system is more vital than ever as we are constantly deluged with spam emails and daily fraudulent telephone calls. The Mail House continues to be a big part of the solution and remains steadfast in our mission to support you. Since 1977, the Mail House has delivered high-quality print and mail services to our customers, from corporations to nonprofits, hospitals to schools, universities to associations, and banks to insurance companies. When you need to get your urgent messages into mailboxes, call 773-234-8449 and talk to CEO Jim Keene today. He's a first-generation Clare and Carryman. The Mail House has in-house printing, bindery, high-speed labeling services, and more. We can quickly meet and support your organization's needs. Again, to learn more about how the Mail House can deliver for your group, call Jim Keene at 773-234-8449. That number again is 773-234-8449. And remember, the Mail House will make sure you don't get shut out when we all get to the other side. And we will all get to the other side. We will. It'll happen. You just have to behave yourselves. Okay? Behave. All right. Now, what else have I got? I have so much more. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Irish Community Services. I was supposed to have a call a while back, and we have to reschedule that. Boy, maybe I should have tried to schedule that for today, eh? Anyway. Gadabout travel too. So Gadabout, of course, Gadabout is really suffering with this COVID thing, because nobody is, people are traveling, I guess, they are traveling. They're getting on airlines now and traveling. But my father-in-law, Bill, who's in Pennsylvania, and his fiance, Claire, John was actually supposed to go see them this week. And with his brother, Ken, they were going to fly out. And then they said, well, we're not really comfortable with the idea of flying. Let's drive. And then this whole thing happened. So trip has been canceled. And this is the second time this trip has been canceled. They're trying to make it happen, and it just hasn't worked out. Anyway, Gadabout want to send thoughts out to all of our Irish friends, as we know you're also having a rough time right now. And, Bridget was talking about how, people feel so isolated and lonely and just want to see people. I get it. I do too. We all do. And you just have to be careful. Okay. You just have to be careful. This is not like, woohoo, we're all free. No, it's not over. It's still ongoing. So, Pam says, my grandpa always said, if you have your health, you have everything. Stay in and stay safe, everyone. Gadabout Travel is still open to assist current travelers, postpone rescheduled trips, or plan for future travels, which is always a good idea, because you plan for the future, and that means there's hope. Right there, of course, there's hope. This will end. This is going to happen. The vaccine is going to happen. It's going to happen. They have got big brains working on this thing, so it will happen. They just can't rush it out, because you can't run out and think that this thing is going to work and only test it on a few people. I mean, you have to really have some trials and see what other effects it has. Et cetera, et cetera. We all know how this can go. People think it's the panacea, and in fact, it causes organ shutdown or something like that, 10 years down the line. So you've got to please be careful about that. All right. Anyway, here are some ways you can support your local travel agent, Gadabout, during this time. You can like and follow them on social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, Gadabout Travel, and Twitter. Comment and like their posts. Give them a shout out on their social media accounts. Tag and or refer a friend. You can leave a review on Google or Facebook, and instead of canceling your trip, opt to reschedule. So that is good. Good idea. All right. And what else have I got here? So many pieces of paper. That's okay. We'll recycle them. Don't worry. Oh, here, Irish Community Services is what I wanted. Mental health problems impact every community, and unfortunately, the Irish are no exception. Recent global events have presented mental health challenges to us all, and we now live in a constant state of heightened anxiety and worry. With all that happening, we may find ourselves in need of extra support and encouragement, and hopefully we're offering that to you via the radio show. I don't know. I hope so. Irish Community Services would like to share our wonderful resource, which would like to share a wonderful resource with the community. HelpLink is an Ireland-based mental health organization that offers support to Irish citizens living outside of Ireland through its Irish Overseas online counseling service. HelpLink can offer up to 6 free remote counseling sessions to eligible individuals, helping with a wide variety of issues, including depression, substance abuse, anxiety, relationship difficulties, homesickness, and self-esteem issues. HelpLink is a registered charity funded by the Government of Ireland and staffed by trained mental health professionals. To find out more about HelpLink services, visit their website at www.helplink.ie. If you have questions about HelpLink or accessing their services, you can also call our local Irish support organization, Irish Community Services, at 312-371-0937. As we still can't get together in person, Irish Community Services is hosting a phone-in summer concert. Oh, this is neat. Series. It's a series, summer concert series with live musical performances each month that you can enjoy from the comfort of your own home. The concert is accessible by phone or online if you have access to the internet. The first concert takes place on Wednesday, the 8th of July. If you'd like to join the concert, that was past, but there's more. If you'd like to join in, call Paul Dowling at 312-371-0937 or visit the Irish Community Services website at www.irishchicago.org. ICS will mail out a songbook to you with lyrics for some of your favorite tunes. All are welcome. Well, that's pretty cool. So there'll be more to come, I'm guessing. This past Monday, ICS launched Keep Calm and Stay Connected, which is a series of instructional videos and a meetup that provides practical strategies to manage stress and anxiety while connecting as a community. For 3 consecutive Mondays, ICS will release a video highlighting an aspect of mental resiliency. They'll soon be announcing details of a meetup where up to 15 community members can gather to practice the physical and mindfulness exercises covered in the videos, with a trained fitness and mindfulness coach on hand to offer instruction and advice. Check out ICS's Facebook page to see the videos and find out more about the upcoming meetup, which of course will be organized in accordance with current social distancing requirements. So that's all the good news from Irish Community Services, and you can call them. They are available. 312-371-0937. They're so creative in finding ways to help our Irish community, and they've been marvelous for the community, from infants to senior citizens. They've been wonderful about finding ways to help everybody out. All right, and I'm going to tell you about, thank you, Julio. He said live reads are good. So I did send him some recorded commercials. I don't know if he can access them or not. Can you access those or not, Julio? But he says live reads are good. So do the live read. All right. If you or a loved one have been injured in a traffic accident, construction accident, by medical negligence, slip and fall, or by nursing home abuse or neglect, you need a legal representative to fight for you. Whether it's personal injury or workers' compensation matter, don't just call a lawyer, call a judge. Former supervising judge James McGing is now available to represent you or your loved ones in any personal injury or workers' compensation matter. As a Cook County judge, he was one of only 2 judges who heard every workers' comp case in Cook County in the jury section. He presided over medical negligence, construction injuries, premises accidents, and more. Call him today. The telephone number is 773-467-8000, 773-467-8000. You know, years ago, my mom was in a traffic accident. She was rear-ended quite severely, totaled her car. And she was injured, and she worked for the county. And a lawyer, you know, she actually worked the DUI desk at the county. One of the lawyers said, "Hey, you know, you were hurt, and I can help you. I can help you out. So, yeah, let me take your case." Well, this guy was a clown. Sorry, she got 0, and she was out of work for weeks with an injury, and this guy didn't know what he was doing. James McGing knows what he's doing. He was a judge, for God's sake. Call him. So 773-467-8000, 773-467-8000. All right. Thank you, Joe Murphy. Anything else you'd like to know? He said, I like hearing the history of the show. Cool to hear the story of the Angela spells. I don't know if the folks on the radio heard that, but I was talking about how my Auntie Una recorded those bells from the Balnadrine Cathedral, from the radio, actually, from her little house in Camlin. And she recorded them on cassette tape, and then my dad took them. He transferred them to CART, which is, for those of you that don't know, is like an 8-track tape. And then those bells ultimately were transferred to a CD, and now Julio has digitized them, but it's the same exact recording. This is not a new recording, same one. So from all those years ago, those Angelus bells ringing from the top of the Balnadrine Cathedral are still ringing here on our show each and every week. Okay, I think I only have 7 minutes left. I'd like to remind you about Winston's on the South Side, since Julio would like me to do the live version of this. Winston's is, of course, Meat Market. Mike and Mary Winston were great friends of my mom and dad. In fact, Winston's was one of the first sponsors of this radio program, as was Gibbons's, Gibbons Funeral Homes. Gibbons was the very first sponsor. In fact, they're the reason we exist today. Tom Gibbons Sr. is the one that encouraged my dad to start the show. Anyway, they're open. They've been open because they're an essential business. The butcher shop and the food store has been open. The restaurant is open too, and they have outside dining as well. And they have a huge menu, and also they have a massive catering menu too. So think about that if you are having some sort of a gathering, which I know you're going to be responsible and do social distancing. If you do have a gathering, but you can order from Winston's and have everything taken care of for you. And of course, Gibbons Funeral Homes are located in Elmhurst and Chicago. Gibbons is, it's so important to honor your loved one who has passed on. And one way to get through that process is to have a wake and funeral. It's just one way to do it. And my dad, when they were done with him, he looked fantastic. He would have been so happy with himself. He would have been. He looked wonderful. He looked like he hadn't been sick at all. And his face was ravaged and everything because he'd been sick for 9 years prior to his death. And it was amazing. It was such a gift to our family to bid him a proper farewell. And I know during this time, it's very difficult to do that. The funeral homes, Gibbons is doing live streams and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if now they can get there in person, but you can call them. They'll take care of you. They're marvelous, amazing people, and so compassionate and so understanding, and so will help you. They'll help you through the whole process. And it's the most difficult thing you'll go through. All right. So Julio, I think since that interview is 33 minutes and 38 seconds long, Julio's asked me questions. So I'm just going to talk to him on air. I think you should probably start that about 12:27. Okay. And that's Emma Hetherington. Have we had any more music, Julio? If you want to play more music, you can. I'm sure people are sick to death of me talking. Poor guy. He's talked about juggling this. He's what a king. He is such an awesome fella. Okay, he will. He's going to play music. So I think what I will do here is, am I forgetting anybody? O'Grady Realty, of course. Eileen O'Grady, fabulous realtor, second generation realtor. Eileen and Frank O'Grady, of course, started O'Grady Realty, also friends of my parents, and ran a very, very successful independent agency for a very long time. But Eileen made the decision to go with Berkshire Hathaway because it just eliminated a lot of the paperwork and let her focus on what she really wanted to do, which is take care of you, take care of her clients, not worry about the nuts and bolts of, the agency and all that. So it was a very wise decision so she can focus exclusively on what you need during your sale process. She's an extremely effective producer, a great salesperson. I think she's been number one. I don't even know how many times. So she is the person to go to. That's Eileen O'Grady Newell, actually is her married name. And she will make sure she takes care of you. And she is with Berkshire Hathaway, Kennig & Stray Home Services. Just look up Eileen O'Grady Newell and you'll find her. So she can work, she can list anywhere. but she specializes north side in Chicago. So anyway, Julio, let me know when you are queuing up music, and I'll say goodbye to my audience. And they can hopefully enjoy some music and then the Emma Hetherington interview. If there is a problem, which there, you don't know until we try to run this. Look what happened to poor Maria Pappas. Her interview was 2 minutes long. If there's a problem, then I will come back. But hopefully you've had enough of me jibber jabbering. I think, right? So thank you all for tuning in. I so hope that we are live in studio next week. Coming up next, we have an interview with Emma Hetherington, Irish author, fascinating person, such a hardworking lady too, just amazing talent. So I hope you enjoy it. She was very forthcoming and free with information about her process and all kinds of very amusing woman. A lot of authors are not that because they live so in their head. They have a whole theater going on in their head all the time. It's hard for them to actually relate a lot in person to people. So that's just what I've noticed. But she is not like that. She's very, very engaging. So let me know, Julio, when you've got music queued up, and I will say goodbye. And well, don't keep tuned in, because Emma Hetherington is coming on live with more talk. So you'll hear me talking more to Emma, but it will be a recorded interview that was recorded back in April. And hopefully you'll go out and look for her books. I've read two of them. And I made the mistake of passing one along to somebody. I'll never get it back again. All right. I guess it's time to say goodbye. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully we'll be back in studio live next week. We're all fine here, but our quarantine ends on Sunday. So hopefully we'll be back in studio next week, provided none of us become symptomatic in the next couple of days. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you enjoy the Emma Hetherington interview. And a million thanks to my engineer, Julio, who said to me, I'm just doing my job. You're not just doing your job. You're going way above and beyond. So I appreciate you so much. And I know our listeners do too. Thank you so much.